What's up, average dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and today it's all about this, the Xiaomi 14 Ultra photography kit. I'm going to unbox it, talk through its top features, and ultimately if it's worth buying. Let's go. So inside the box of the photography kit, you will get, of course, a case to slap on to your phone. Now, on a side note, the case itself actually feels pretty damn premium and offers more protection than most cases. So if you just wanted to use the case on a day-to-day basis, I can highly recommend it. But of course, the case is how everything about the photography kit works. You've got the grip, you've got the extra rings, and we'll talk about them in a second. And to finish off inside the box, you've got your usual manuals and a wrist strap. Now, straight out the box, the first installed ring will be the larger ND filter attachment. You can use this for neutral density filters, essentially for photographers toning down the amount of light and colours, making things more accurate. So if you wanted to reduce your ISO or change your aperture, again, as a photographer, you can do that. Now, the benefit of the 14 Ultra is in the Pro mode, and even in the main normal photo mode, you can control all of those settings. So if you're balls deep in photography, the 14 Ultra is one of, if not the best camera phone for you. Now, the kind of main event about the photography kit is the grip. This is the brains of the operation. This is where everything happens. The grip itself has a few buttons and a USB port. Yes, you will notice straight away that as soon as you plug the grip into the device, it charges the device. A really cool feature. So essentially the grip, while being a Bluetooth receiver for the camera, it's also a mini power bank with a 1500 mAh battery. So yeah, not the largest battery known to man, but when you're taking a lot of photos and videos, the power bank will drain first, essentially keeping your 5000 mAh battery fully charged. Only once the power bank is empty will it then move to the phone power. And because it starts to use the phone power, you will not lose that Bluetooth connectivity. Now, as far as the actual buttons, there's two main buttons. The larger button is for shutter, and if you want to hold that down, it'll open the camera app quickly from a standby position on the phone. You then have the smaller red dot, which is obviously your video recording button. One thing I've noticed though, that if you open the camera with the shutter button and then press the record button, it will not go back to the photo mode if you hit the shutter button. So you can't switch in between both modes once you've moved to video. Not the end of the world. And because the grip itself has its own brains, if you like, once it's connected to the phone, it does have firmware updates. I've actually installed a full update on the little grip itself. So I'm pretty sure they'll be able to sort that and will sort that in a software update. One thing I've noticed with this, and you can still, again, it's important to remember, you can still use the phone screen to zoom in and change all your photo settings. But with the grip, it does have the zoom slider attached, but I find it very slow. So if you're in a rush to zoom into something like a flying bird or a plane, then you're going to want to use your fingers to pinch in to zoom on the phone, because the zoom takes ages to get to 100 times. And then you have to go all the way back to your main or ultra wide. Yeah, that's quite time consuming. Now, a couple of things that I've noticed through my time using it. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra is obviously the latest and greatest flagship, and it has some special features such as file transfer at super fast speeds. This will not work if you have the grip attached. No, if you connect a device via the USB-C port on the grip, you will not be able to file transfer anything at any speed. And on that note, you will also not be able to use that USB-C port for display out. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra, obviously latest 3.2 display out port only on the phone itself. So remember to remove the grip and plug directly into the phone if you're looking for file transfer or display out functionality. The one thing the USB-C port on the grip does do though when connected to the device is offer pass-through charging. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but there are other third-party grips that don't offer this. So what will happen is it's going to charge up the phone first. Once that's full, it will then move and charge up the grip. And this will charge at the full 90 watt speed as well. So you can charge the phone and the grip all within about 45 minutes. Now, as far as other settings and features, there's really not much. As you can see here, the app is pretty basic. And it's not an app you have to go into. It's just simply as soon as you plug in the grip to the phone, your little settings option will appear. And there's a few options to change. I mentioned about the customization. There's a software update section, but there's really nothing else. And what else would there be, to be honest? And that takes me to the final section of this video and just talking about who is the kit for and should you buy? Well, I think it's quite clear to note that the kit is for someone that is very, very keen on photography, tweaking with settings, and let's be honest, they just want to show off a bit. I mean, I have a perfect excuse for keeping the grip and this lovely orange ring on the phone because I can say I'm doing it for a review. But I'll be honest, I think this looks cool as you know what. So if you're not part of the 0.1% that wants to look cool and has the grip attached all the time and uses the full functionality of your smartphone for professional photography, then no. Obviously this kit is not for you. However, because the grip itself is essentially a Bluetooth receiver, you don't have to slap it on the phone. You can just take photos from 20 feet away. You can get group shots and hold it in your hand subtly and get brilliant videos with your phone on a tripod. You can also use the case included as your main protective case, which feels and looks pretty damn premium in my opinion. So when you factor in that, £179 is the cost for the kit. Again, I don't recommend that 99.9% of people buy it. But if you're inclined, I wouldn't say it's a rip-off. I would say it's maybe £50 roughly overpriced. I think £129 is probably a sweet spot for this kit. However, inflation, all that good stuff, we know. We don't always get the best deals nowadays. But speaking of deals, the reason I have the photography kit and you watching this video most likely have the photography kit is because right now and until the end of March, you're getting the photography kit included with your purchase of the Xiaomi 14 Ultra on the Xiaomi Global website. Also throwing in a Xiaomi Pad 6, which I will review in full soon. So with that being said, if you're getting the kit for free, don't just shove it in the cupboard. Take advantage of the Bluetooth receiver. Have a little shot. The one thing that does disappoint me though is that they did not include any ND filters in the box. It would have been nice to start with a basic ND filter just to show off to people what benefit that can bring in a bright sunny day. It would also be nice to have a little QR code to show people how to set up and how to use your phone's full capacity in that pro mode. Something, yes, you can YouTube, but again, a little QR code to help would be beneficial. And before I go, because I did fall trap to this, you have to have the phone attached in the case or the case attached to the phone before you can adjust or remove rings. I was trying to do it without it, but for it to work properly, the phone has to be in the case and there's a little push button right beside the ring that you have to press in order to remove them. Seems self-explanatory, but I spent way too long failing at getting the ring changed. So that's it. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra photography kit. As always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be back soon with the full review of the Xiaomi 14 Ultra and the Xiaomi Pad 6. Until then,